It's the 49ers Cutback.
It's 49ers Cutback Podcast time, and I'm excited about this one because I have inside information into whether Kyle Van Noy would like to come to the 49ers, Horst.
If Kyle Van Noy wanted to come to the 49ers, that would be fantastic. Great player, great leader, can rush the passer, can play traditional linebacker, can pretty much do it all. I'm a little hesitant to expect that he will because of money, but he is a Northern California guy. He's Ant might have something to say about that, but he's a really good player, really good leader. He's a guy that I'd love for the 49ers to have. He's a typical Patriots linebacker in the Teddy Bruschi type mold. Good player, good leader.
He also brings the noise.
The noise. All the Van noise.
Before I go, I'd like to let you go, Andy.
Yeah.
Is that you got a little more of a connection here, potentially.
I do. So, first off, his dad used to live in the town that we live in. And so I was very aware of him. He was over the Parks and Rec, the youth sports. And so we know who he is. And then I actually worked with his aunt. And when he first became a free agent, I asked the question to her, would he be interested in coming to Northern California? Because she knows I was a huge 49er fan, so she knew what I was talking about. And she said, yes, he would love it. That even when he lived in New England, or played in New England, he lived in Santa Monica. So this is a guy that loves California. I think that's part of the reason that the whole Miami thing made sense. He loves warm climate. So a return to San Francisco makes sense, and he would love to play in this area and play in front of, people that he knows. He's from Northern California originally. So that makes a lot of sense. The question is whether the 49ers want Kyle Van Noy. But I don't think the question is whether Kyle Van Noy would be interested in coming to San Francisco, because it's been expressed to me that he definitely would. I think he would also be interested in the Raiders, but I think the 49ers are somewhere that he could land, and a lot of family members would really love that are right here in Northern California.
Shout out to the Van Noy clan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Appreciate the little inside scoop.
Yeah.
For the most part, I think this could work. It's going to come down to money, obviously, with everything with 49ers and free agency. However, I think that he fits here. I think the Niners would be interested. And I think part of the reason they could be interested is they could be looking to make a deal to get Jimmy out and get someone else in. And it may cost you a linebacker, and he may be a replacement option when money gets freed up. So he is an interesting cut by the Dolphins. Yes, they saved a bunch of money and freed up some cap space, but he was kind of the stabilizing force for that linebacking core, and that defense took a jump up. It was his first year in Miami, and their defense took a step. You have to think that he had some sort of impact on that locker room, and that impact could be a benefit for the 49ers, especially with the young linebacking core. You don't need necessarily the leadership aspect because you have that with Fred Warner, but the wisdom that Kyle Van Noy can bestow upon a guy like Dre Greenlaw, or if you decide to draft a linebacker in the upcoming NFL draft, because there are some good options there. The wisdom and the experience that he has at the linebacking position playing in a place like New England. They did defeat those Kansas City Chiefs a few times. He has a little bit of intel in terms of what may or may not have worked and what schemes Belichick was looking at in those AFC Championship games. He could impart a lot of wisdom on this 49ers young defense that they're going to have this year, because they're going to get young this year. The cornerback position is going to get younger. You may end up taking some linebackers, some D linemen, safeties, who knows? But the experience and what he could bring to the table could help.
This is a guy that's won Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And so when you're adding him to this roster right away, you're fixing the problem you lost when you lost Richard Sherman. Because now you have a veteran leader that can help. He would stabilize, and he would also add to the 49ers, because we've been asking that question, who would play alongside those, even if it was Greenlaw and Warner, who would play alongside them? Al-Shaair. Well, maybe you go with a different way and you go with Van Noy, and you don't have to worry about him only playing 20 to 30% of the snaps, because he can also rush the passer.
Yep.
So now you can, I know he's not traditionally a 4-3 linebacker, but you could put him in that role, and then on obvious passing downs or in nickel situations, he could rush the passer off the edge and give us a edge presence that we don't have right now. He's really good against the run, and he's really good at rushing the passer. To me, it's a no-brainer talent-wise. From that standpoint.
Agreed.
And if he's willing to come on a cheaper deal, it makes sense. The problem is the Patriots are going to go after him, because I don't think the Patriots really wanted to lose him. And they have a they do this all the time, right? Jamie Collins left. Jamie Collins comes back. He has a huge season. Kyle Van Noy left. If he goes back, he'll probably have a huge season. I hope the 49ers get involved and make sure that they can lock him up, because with his love for Northern California and just what we've been told, I think that there's a possibility that he could end up here. But the 49ers have to show interest, and I hope they do, because I really like the player.
Agreed. I think he'd be a great addition. My only worry is money.
Yeah, it's always money, right? But, I mean, we could do an incentive-laden deal. Those incentives roll over to next year. Plus, maybe he wants to take a flyer and see if he can cash in next year.
And I know Miami owes him money.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And it's a lot.
Yeah. That's the thing. He got broke off. He needed that big contract. If he wouldn't have got the Miami contract, there would be no way he would come to San Francisco because of the taxes and just, everything that's going on. But because he got broke off in Miami, he has money now, and that means he has room to play because he's still a young guy. But I just remember how excited that his family was that he got out of Detroit and to New England. They went from Detroit hats to New England hats. It didn't even take them a day. And they were super excited. The Super Bowl's crazy over the top, and so hopefully he comes. So that'd be cool.
No matter what happens, we wish you the best, Mr. Van Noy and the whole Van Noy clan.
It's true.
Thank you again for giving us a little bit of a scoop. We appreciate it. If you let us know what you think in the comment section down below about this potentiality, Kyle Van Noy, do you want him in San Francisco? Do you think the 49ers can pull it off? Do you think that even though he's not necessarily a 4-3 linebacker scheme fit, we could find a way to make it work? We want to know. We want to hear from you. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, so you get notified every time we post a video, which is daily, pretty much at this point, 11 a.m., Tuesdays at 5:30, and Fridays, 6:30 live streams.
Yep. And make sure you're here, and make sure you're commenting and join the conversation. And if you have time, read the story on Van Noy, just the way he grew up. For those of you who don't know, he was adopted. It's a great story, and I think that you'll enjoy it. It's a good read.
Absolutely. Until next time, 49ers fans, you stay safe.
And remember the right way
Is always the 49ers way.